Hi friends, welcome to Sunita Makes Crochet Items. My name is Sunita, and wow, it's been a week. And to tell you the truth, it has been a great one, crochet wise. I really felt like the title of this pattern because I just couldn't count right. But the light bulbs came on. Adamas. Adamas. Whatever this is, you pronounce it the way you pronounce it. But after Google Translate or pronunciation, whatever, all I heard was Adamas. You guys know what that means. That's basically what this pattern makes me feel like. But nonetheless, you're not one. You got that? You. Me. Whoever else is having issues with this patterns, don't be doing that to yourself. Anyway, I'm just rambling. So, I started this pattern on June 9th, last Monday. Today is Sunday, the 15th, so technically it hasn't been a full week, but it is gonna be. I got it. I was like, yeah, I got this. But then for whatever reason, my counts was off. Because when I went on the 10th to do row 11, something was not meshing. So, after going live and trying to figure it out and making a fool of myself, at that point, I gave up. I was so mad that I just took the scissors and I cut it. Which, sometimes you have to. But, it's okay. I just needed a moment to reflect on where I was at. So, basically, on the 9th and 10th of June was basically a waste of time. So, nonetheless, I slept on it after cutting it and starting over, or after cutting it and determined to start over and get it right. So on the 11th, I actually started again. So technically, I've only worked on it 4 days. The 11th, I did rows 1 through 6. And I started that at 6:52 p.m. and didn't finish that until 10:47. So what is that? 3 hours to do rows 1 through 6. And then I was just like, it's time for bed. Shut your brain down and go to sleep. You did enough counting. So then I woke up on the 12th. I was like, okay, we can do row 7, no problem. Technically, it wasn't a problem. Is that right? I put 9:30 to 9:45. That's only 15 minutes. So it only took me 15 minutes to do row 7. We'll just go with it. So on the 12th, I only did 1 row because I was still what's the word? Figuring it out. And basically, I got to the point where I was like, something has to be easier. It just does. Because honestly, it tells you how many double crochets and how many chains you have on each side. Well, in total. So I took the total amount, divided it by 2 because each side has to be the same. They gotta be twins. So the stitch markers or the chain ones is where it threw me off originally. So I was like, okay, if I use stitch markers for each chain 1 space, and I already know how many chain 1s I should have, I'm gonna count out that number of stitch markers. So each time I come to a chain 1, I add a stitch marker. I mean, that was working. And that way, when I'm finished, I count the stitch markers to make sure I have the right numbers of stitch marker for each side. So far, so good. So on the 13th, I only did 2 rows because I didn't want to overwhelm myself. So row 8, I completed at 10:45 to 11:55. And then I stopped to, feed the dogs, do some chores, life. And then I came back at 1 to do row 9. And that actually took me an hour. So that's why it kind of threw me off when I did row 7. It only took me 15 minutes. But hey, I'm gonna take it as a win. So row 9, I did 1 hour, 1 o'clock p.m. to 2 p.m. And then I put it away because I had to go check out all the friends. It was Friday the 13th. Everybody was running the streets. So I had to show my support and hang out in the YouTube streets. So that's basically what I did on the 13th. And so the 14th was Saturday. I was getting my new fence put in, so I didn't really get to crochet. That was a sad day, but it's because since they took down all the fence, I couldn't just let my dogs out like I normally do. So I had to take them for walks so they don't pee in my house. I was being a dog mom. I keep dropping this stupid thing. Can you hear me now? I don't know. I think I just messed up my... Okay, I think I'm connected now. So the 14th was a bust. I didn't touch this at all. And I think that's what kind of gave me a little breather and refresher. But then I was like, you know what? Something has got to give because the pattern it's written nice, but it's so little. And I ended up basically putting on my notes and making it bigger so I could see. But then what I also did was broke it down by section. I checked it off that I completed it. And then the little asterisks, that's where I was having issues. I couldn't get it together. But then I was like, okay, let me put that in its own little bubble. And then just as I finish the last asterisk, put a mark. And then figure out how many times I repeat that way. That's how I computed and it works. So now I'm gaining a little bit more confidence and it is what it is. So I did today, which is the 15th, 3 rows, row 10, 11, and 12. So row 10, I started at 10:45 and was done at 11:10. Another row that was quite fast for, me. But then row 11 was, 3 p.m. until 3:40. Because I was watching Granny in the bushes. I was watching. Anyway, long story short, I did that, and then I ate dinner, and then at 5 o'clock, I did row 12. So from 5 to 6, and now I'm sitting here talking to you, talking to me, giving you a recap of week 1 of the Adamas shawl by Expression Fiber Arts Chandy. I don't know how to say her name. Anyway, the other thing I'm doing too, as I'm working up, kind of like to have a diary for myself. I take a picture of the row that's completed. Just so one, I know what row I'm on, and two, it kind of motivates me to get her done. Because my intention for this shawl was to have it completed by the 4th of July. We are in the middle of June, so 4th of July is going to be here before I know it. I mean, it's not necessary that I have to have that deadline, but you gotta have goals. So, sorry for the crinkle. This is the Rena cake that I got. See, I already counted up my next set of stitch burgers for row 13. But I'm done for the day. I'll have it ready for tomorrow. That way I can just get my daily chores done early and then work on that. And Monday is a party day on the YT streets. So, party as in everybody is on, including me. I hope to see you at my live. But, I don't know, I kind of want to sit outside, but that might be a little loud. But I do have those speakers. But we'll see. Because I kind of want to show you guys my new fence. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. As always, love yourself so you can love everyone else. And I'll show you my pictures of my rows that I completed for these last 4 days. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Maybe it's not always about trying to fix something broken. Maybe it's about starting over and creating something better.